You throw? Second baseman was back in the we thought he graduated.
30 more years!
Contest with a season record of 24-6. The Barons have advanced to the championship round with playoff wins over St. John Bosco, Arcadia, Crespi, and Mater Dei. Bishop Amat, champion of the Del Rey League, enters the contest with a season record of 23-6. The Lancers have advanced to the finals with playoff wins over Trabuco Hills, Catella, Capistrano Valley, and Loyola. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our speaker teams for today's game. First, for the visiting Fountain Valley Barons. Number 1, Jason Morris. Number 3, Wes Pomeroy. Number 7, Alex Ariola. Number 16, Cameron Nielsen in the bullpen. Number 20, Johnny Soldan. Number 23, Jason Fair. Number 25, Paul DeBree in the bullpen. And number 35, Brandon Cox. And now the starting lineup for the Mountain Valley Barons. Leading off, playing third base, number 2, Brian Jones. Playing second base, number 18, Matt Fox. Batting third in right field, number 26, Chris Fusillo. Batting fourth in center field, number 24, Kevin Burford. Batting fifth, playing catcher, number 17, Roger Michael. Batting sixth in left field, number 11, Chad Gonzalez. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 19, Ryan Clark. Batting eighth, playing first base, number 12, Tim Crosby. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 4, Robert Alvarez. And pitching for the Barons, warming up at the bullpen, number 10, Steve Shuttleworth. The assistant coaches for Fountain Valley, Chris Swords in the bullpen, Brian Burnham, Joe Aversa, Ron Cox, and the head coach of the Barons, Ron Mabuba. And now for the home team, the Bishop Amat Lancers. Number 4, Andrew Wilkie. Number 7, Chris Cunningham. Number 12, Gabe Marici. Number 17, Adam Valdez. Number 20, Evan Arredondo. Number 22, Jim Fuller. Number 26, Bob Hernandez. Number 27, Alex Martinez. Number 34, Paul Mangini. Number 38, Mike Cianciola. And number 42, Daniel Herron. And now the starting lineup for the Lancers. Leading off, playing second base, number 3, Bobby Alvarez. Batting second, playing center field, number 44, Abel Martinez. Batting third in left field, number 19, Jesus Medrano. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 25, Steve Wood. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 8, Joe Herka. Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 33, Eric Corral. Batting seventh, playing catcher, number 36, Casey Flanagan. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, number 5, Dennis Wyrick. Batting ninth in right field, number 2, Joey Getterall. And looking for the Lancers, number 34, Eric Valenzuela. The assistant coaches for Bishop Amat, Richard Escalera. Congratulations. Bruce McCurdy, Tom Salter in the bullpen, and the head coach for Bishop Amat is Glenn Martinez. Now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise as we honor America with the flag of the Division II championship game will...
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Blair Field, home of the Long Beach State 49ers for today's CIF San Diego Section Division I Playoff Championship between the Fountain Valley Barons and La Puente Bishop Amat. That's right, the Barons are looking for the three-peat this afternoon, and to do it, they got to get past the team they beat last year at Anaheim Stadium 14-7. We'll recap our starting lineups for you in just a couple of moments. Let's key in on the umpires this afternoon. At first base, we'll have Dwayne Finley. The second base umpire will be Mr. Fred Smith. At third base, Merlin Driggs. And calling the balls and strikes behind the plate, Mr. Joe Davis. All right, as the Amat Lancers take the field at first base this afternoon will be Mr. Steve Wood, number 25. At second base, number 3, Bobby Alcarez. At shortstop, numbers 5, Dennis Wyrick. At third base, number 8, Joe Herka. In left field, number 19, Jesus Medrano. In center field, number 44, Abel Martinez. And in right field, number 2, Joey Getherall. That's the defensive lineup for this afternoon for the Bishop Amat Lancers. On the mound today for the Lancers, number 34, Eric Valenzuela. And the man charged with the catching duties this afternoon for Amat, number 36, Casey Flanagan. As we get ready to start here, their Fountain Valley Barons going for the three-peat, the leadoff hitter, number 2, Brian Jones. Fountain Valley once again going for the three-peat this afternoon. Last year they beat Bishop Amat. If they win today, folks, this will not only be a three-peat for Fountain Valley, but it will be the 4th CIF title for the school since 1985. Valenzuela kicks, delivers, strike 1. Jones, a strong leadoff hitter. A little can of corn. The first baseman's going to take control. Steve Wood puts it under control, and they got the first one under their belts this afternoon. Brian looked a little anxious on the pitch. Kind of got his feet out ahead of him a little bit. He'll calm down. I'm sure he'll drive one away for these folks here a little later this afternoon. Now batting second for the Barons, number 4, Matt Fox. Matt, one of the leading players in the Sunset League. He's the second baseman for the Barons. Valenzuela, another first pitch strike. Valenzuela misses high with the curveball. Count goes to 1-1. Beautiful afternoon here in Long Beach. Almost said Las Vegas. I was there over the weekend. What am I talking about? As we continue, Valenzuela looks, kicks, deliver. Low outside, ball 2. Matt will be sitting back, probably looking for a fastball right here. Usually a good pitch to hit at 2-1. And fouls it away. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes for number 18, Matt Fox. Good sized crowd here today at Long Beach Stadium. As Matt Fox steps in, you have to stop and think with 2 teams on the field that were not seeded coming in. Swing and a miss. Misses the curveball for strike 3. 2 unseeded teams coming in to make the CIF Southern Section, Division I Finals. Not only is it unprecedented usually for 1 team, let alone 2. A couple of overachievers. We'll see who achieves more as the number 3 hitter, Chris Facillo, number 26, steps up to the plate. Chris playing right field this afternoon for the Barons. He looks at ball 1 inside. Looked a little close. 1 ball, 1 strike. And when Facillo doesn't swing, you got to know that he's thinking it's a ball. He's one of the outstanding hitters in the Sunset League. Hit .412 for the campaign. Voted first team All Sunset League this year. As the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Seal anchors in for Valenzuela. Swing. Ground ball to the second baseman. Over to Wood. And that'll retire him. 1-2-3 here in the top of the first. We go to bottom of 1. The Barons 0, Amat 0. Defensively this afternoon for Fountain Valley at first base, number 12, Tim Crosby. At second base, the senior, number 4, Matt Fox. At shortstop, Robert Alvarez. At third, the leadoff hitter, number 2, Brian Jones. In left field, number 11, Chad Gonzalez. In center field, number 24, Kevin Burford. And in right field, the senior right fielder, number 26, Chris Facillo. On the hill, the hard-throwing right-hander, number 10, Steve Shennewerk. And behind the plate, one of the outstanding defensive catchers, number 17, Roger Peachles. Stepping up to the plate, the leadoff hitter for Bishop Amat, number 3, Bobby Alcaraz.
Number 3, Bobby Alcaraz. Second base.
As Steve Shennewerk steps to the mound, gets ready to pitch the first pitch for the Barons this afternoon. Kicks, delivers. Ball up high. Steve is one of the outstanding right-handers in the Southern section. And not only was he last year's Division I championship winning pitcher, but he set a CIF record this year with 15 wins, and he's looking to add 1 more to that here this afternoon as he delivers for a strike. Count goes 1-1 to Alcaraz. Alcaraz sends an offering to left. Nice play. Heck of a grab by Chad Gonzalez, number 11. Like he got fooled a little bit when the ball came off the bat, but able to recover real well. to give the Barons their first out of the afternoon. Now batting, number 44, the second batter, Abel Montanez. Shennewerk's offering a little bit outside. Ball one. Alvarez fouls it away. Look out for the cars in the parking lot. Sounded like he got one there. Shennewerk winds, kicks. Ground ball past the third baseman in the left field. Montanez will hold that one. And there's our first hit for the CIF Section 1 Division Finals by Abel Montanez.
Batting third, number 19, Jesus Madrano.
Come on,
Left field.
Making his way to the plate right now, the left fielder for the Lancers, number 19, Jesus Madrano. Coach LaRufa cautioning the left fielder to move back just a little bit. Jones steps back a little.
Come on, Steve!
Steve Shennewerk on the hill, poised senior veteran. Ooh, pretty close pitch. Looked like he missed a little bit inside. Good ball one. Abel Montanez, a little bit of threat to steal. But if he's going to do it, he's got to do it against one of the best arms in the county, as Peachel's behind the plate has an outstanding record of throwing runners out as they try to steal second and third. Madrano sets, looks at the delivery. Line drive into center field. Hit well, but not enough. That'll be the second out as Chad Gonzalez brings him in.
Batting fourth, number 25, Steve Wood.
Well, we got two away here in the bottom of the first inning. Stepping up to the plate now for the Lancers, number 25, the first baseman, Steve Wood.
Let's go, Steve!
Steve Wood collected the first out of the afternoon when he caught Brian Jones' pop fly at the top of the first inning.
Come on, Steve! You can do it! Yes, Steve!
Throw back to first, not in time. Livers, Wood dropped his hands a little bit. That should be enough to get him out of the inning. He camps underneath it. Chad Gonzalez. Getting a little pop fly action here this afternoon. As we go to the top of the second, the score remains at 0-0. As we go to the top of the second inning, leading off for the Barons, number 24, the center fielder, Kevin Burford. To apologize, made a mistake there in the first inning, and given all of Kevin's catches to the credit of Chad Gonzalez, who made the great first catch to start off the first inning for the Barons. Valenzuela's pitch, strike one. Now, Valenzuela keeps pitching like this. It could be a great pitching duel this afternoon. 4 batters, 4 first pitch strikes. Second offering up high and outside, 1-1. Valenzuela, the ace of the Lancers staff. Ooh, Burford fouls it away. It'll be 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Say Valenzuela has a nasty curveball. We could see it right here. Burford anchors in, fouls it away. Count remains 1-2, top of the second, no score. Barons looking for their first hit this afternoon. Burford swings, misses, but he's tagged on the run down to first base. Second strikeout the afternoon for Valenzuela. That'll be 1 away. Second batter of the inning, the 5th batter in the lineup. The catcher, number 17, Roger Peachles. As we mentioned earlier, Peachles is not only an outstanding catcher, but one of the leading hitters in the Sunset League this year. Batted over 400 on the campaign. Looks at Valenzuela's first offering in the dirt for a ball. First time Valenzuela's missed with the first pitch. Comes back. Oh. A little controversy on that one. Look a little low and outside, but we'll call it strike 1. Joe Davis liked what he saw there. Said it was at the knees. 1-1 the count. Peachles anchors in. Oh, fooled him. Looked like a slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Valenzuela fell behind, but he's ahead all of a sudden.
Come here. Come here. Hey, water costs money.
On deck for the Barons, Chad Gonzalez as Peachles lines one to the third baseman. Over to Wood, 1 away. Peachles is in a hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Liked what he saw, just missed taking it down the third base line. Be 2 away in the top of the second.
Chad Gonzalez, left field.
Chad Gonzalez batting from the right side. Had a nice defensive play to start the game. Looks at strike 1. And again, Valenzuela getting ahead of the hitters. Wines delivers. And there's the first base hit of the afternoon. It's Chad Gonzalez. Nice shot to the green in center field. And the Barons got their first runner. On an 0-1 pitch, Gonzalez. Nice piece of hitting.
Batting 7, number 19, Ryan Clark, designated hitter.
Ryan Clark, the designated hitter, number 19, batting for Steve Shennework. And Valenzuela misses. Ball 1. Gonzalez will lead the throwback. Let's try to keep him a little bit honest. First time they've had a runner on. We'll see how Valenzuela handles the runner at first base. Checks, kicks, delivers. Hey, looks like another base hit. There it is. Ryan Clark, the DH, finds one. Nice little shot past the diving play of the shortstop, Dennis Wyrick. Back-to-back hits for the Barons.
Number 12, Tim Crosby.
Tim Crosby. Well, 2 outs, no chance for the sacrifice here, but we'll see if Crosby can move the runners along. Base hit to right field, we'll score one. We'll see what happens. Crosby shows bunt. Comes up swinging, the throw. Swinging on the first pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. They collect 2 hits, strand 2 as we go to the bottom of the second. The score remains the Barons 0, the Lancers 0. As we go to the bottom of the second, third baseman Joe Herka steps up to the plate for the Lancers. Joe, transfer out of Riverside High School, an outstanding player up there, making his way to the Lancers this year. Takes the first pitch from Shennework, a ground ball to the second baseman. Over to Crosby, one away.
Batting sixth, number 33, Eric Corral, designated hitter.
Eric Corral now stepping to the plate for the Lancers. The DH this afternoon, batting in the sixth spot. Shennework's offering a strike on the inside part of the plate. Shennework out of the stretch. Ball away.
Marty's wearing that.
Pretty good sized crowd here this afternoon as Corral tries the bunt. Shennework, nice play off the mound, not in time. Shennework, great job jumping off the mound. An unexpected bunt by Eric Corral, the number 6 hitter. Almost got him, but they get the runner. Little infield single for Corral with one away.
Batting seventh, number 36, Casey Flanagan, catcher.
A little defensive error by the senior Chris Vasillo out in right field. You got to be coming to first base to back up the throw in case the ball gets away. Defense wins championships. Didn't hurt him this time. Let's hope it doesn't come back to haunt him later on. Corral with the lead. Shennework kicks delivered. Fouled out of play over the first base side. Strike one to Flanagan.
It's cooler here. Oh, got it.
Hayes on his way. He got him. You betcha. Beachels, we talked about it earlier. A great gun, very successful at getting runners when they try to steal. The pitch was high. He came up throwing, and he got him. A great tag applied by the second baseman, Matt Fox, to record the second out of the afternoon in the second inning.
Yeah, Roger!
Casey Flanagan.
Go, Steve!
Nice pitch by Shennework, down and away, and that'll be the third out. The ground ball, score that one 6-3. We go to the top of the third. No score. All right. Beautiful day here at Long Beach State University, the campus of the 49ers, and great crowd, near capacity, as we go to the top of the third inning as Robert Alvarez, the shortstop, makes his way to the plate. Robert is the 9th hitter in the lineup. And a crowd favorite. Seems to be pretty popular with the kids of the school. He got a pretty good cheer when the lineups were announced this afternoon. Valenzuela misses. Ball one. Ball two. Alvarez misses outside. Takes outside as Valenzuela misses outside. And for the first time, Valenzuela is behind in the count to start a batter. 2 balls, no strikes. Comes the fastball. High. Ball 3. Well, Alvarez, 3 balls, no strike. Let's see if he gets the green light here from Coach Ron LaRufa. Don't beat me up, Coach. Sorry about that. Takes a strike on the inside part of the plate. Valenzuela working quickly, trying to get back in on the count. All of a sudden, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Looked a little outside. Tough pitch to take right there. Alvarez, very disciplined hitter. Quick hands. Let's see if he can find one here. Good cut. Fouls it away. The count remains 3-2. Sounded like you got a window out there, Robert. So if you get a bill in the mail, you know what it came from. Valenzuela swings. Alvarez down the right field line, going to be out of play and caught. That'll be 1 away. Now batting the third baseman, Brian Jones.
Third baseman, Brian Jones.
Alvarez had the right idea, went with the pitch, but didn't quite get enough of it as Joey Gatherall was there to croon it in for the Lancers for the first out of the third inning. Jones 0 for 1 so far in the afternoon. Popped up to the first baseman earlier. Kick delivered by Valenzuela up high. 1-1. Fouled off, strike 2. That's been an interesting road for these two teams, making it back to the Southern Section Division I championship. Bishop Amat had to beat Trabuco Hills, Catella, Capistrano Valley, and Loyola to reach the championship game. Fountain Valley had a little bit tougher. We'll talk about that in a moment as Valenzuela's pitch is swung on and missed by Brian Jones. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Valenzuela. 1 down in the top of the third.
Second baseman, Matt Fox.
Matt Fox steps to the plate, struck out his first time up. Made a great play earlier on a high bouncer to record the second out in the second inning. First pitch strike again for Valenzuela. Looks like he's starting to find it for those 3 balls to Alvarez. And another offering for a strike. Ooh. Check that. 1 ball, 1 strike to Matt Fox. Kicks, delivers. Strike 2 on the inside part of the plate. Now, veteran hitter here in Fox. See what he can do with it. Low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bishop Amat making their second trip in as many years to the finals as Fox hits a chopper to the third baseman. And that'll be all for the Barons in the top of the third as Valenzuela collects his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. We go to the bottom of the third. The score remains 0-0. As we go to the bottom of the third, Dennis Wyrick will lead off for the Lancers. Steve Shennework out of the mound, still looking for his first strikeout of the afternoon. Let's see if we can get one here. Shennework's first pitch to the third inning. Inside, ball 1. Misses up high, ball 2. One of the hardest things there is for a young ball player, especially at the high school age, when you get into a championship game, is not to press. A lot of times players will have a tendency to want to be the hero and do some things, and the toughest thing is to stay focused and remain in the team concept. We'll see which one of these teams is able to do that here this afternoon. Fountain Valley, the veteran, the champions, seems to have the edge. As Shennework's pitch goes high, 3 balls, 1 strike. Coach LaRufa on the sign, bringing the center fielder in a little bit. Chopped foul. Shennework has worked the count Back to 3 balls and 2 strikes after falling behind 3-1. Shuttleworth by far the ace of the Barons staff. 15 wins, 2 losses on the campaign this year. Looking for number 16. Ball 4. And we get our first walk of the afternoon as Dennis Wyrick, the shortstop for the Lancers, makes his way down to first base. Second batter of the inning, right fielder Joey Gethrall stepping up to the plate. Bishop Amat seeking their first ever CIF San Diego, that's where I live, sorry about that, CIF Southern Section Championship. Gethrall has a chance to move the runners along right now. We've got a pause in the action. As Tim Crosby tightens up the laces. They're ready to go. Joey Gethrall's first at bat of the afternoon. Center work, throw to first. Trying to keep Wyrick honest. Looking for the bunt. Great play. They go. Nice piece of bunting by Joey Gethrall. As Brian Jones came charging in to make the play, unable to get the ball to the second baseman, Matt Fox. They got runners at first and second, nobody down as Coach LaRufa makes his way to the mound. Well, Bishop Amat will take a chance at this time to talk to the runners on base and see what we got to do. As we get ready to get back started here on the bottom of the third, the second baseman, Bobby Alcaraz, comes up for the Lancers. And Lancers, she shows bunt and a drive into the gap in left field. 1 run will score. Here comes the second one. Alcaraz on his way to third. There's going to be no throw. And he's in safe with a triple, a 2 RBI triple on the first pitch offering from Shuttleworth. And the Lancers have an early 2-0 lead. Peachel's on the mound talking to Shuttleworth, trying to calm him down, keep him focused here this afternoon. He's got a good defense behind him. On the play on the bunt, Kevin Burford made a good job coming in from center field to stop the runner from going to third. It's defense like that that'll win you a championship. But there's nobody out. Bottom of the third, 2-0 Lancers. Alcaraz at third base. Abel Martinez, the center fielder, steps up. He's 1 for 1 this afternoon, had a base hit in the first inning. Left stranded, however.
Come on, Steve! You can do it!
Yeah, there's a great offering by Shuttleworth for a strike from Martinez. One ball, 1 strike. Runner at third base. Shuttleworth kick, deliver. Ball a little low. Shuttleworth struggling a little bit. Checks the runner. Oh, nice move to third base, but he got back in time. Alcaraz slides in safely. Count remained 2 balls, 1 strike to Martinez.
Get back to the cover spot!
Martinez wants a little bit of time. Shennewerk steps off. Gets himself controlled. First base coach for Amat doesn't like something that he sees, talking to the first base umpire. He shakes him off like, go to the candy store, pal. Shennewerk offering line foul on the first base side. And the fan unable to make the play. Count goes to 2-2. Now Shennewerk looking for his first strikeout here this afternoon. Be a great spot for him to get it right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third, kicks, delivers. Strike 3, and Shennewerk hits the first K of the afternoon. His 97th on the year. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the third as Jesus Medrano, the left fielder, steps up to the plate. Jesus flying out to Kevin Burford in the first inning. Shennewerk a little bit in a jam. Let's see if he can bear down and get this guy. Just misses on the outside corner. Checks the runner. And there's an offering hit deep. Burford on the run to the warning track. Almost, he catches it. The run will tag, the sacrifice for Medrano, and the Lancers take a 3-0 lead. On the sacrifice fly from Jesus Medrano. That'll be 2 down. Steve Wood stepping in the plate, the third baseman for the Lancers. 0 for 1 this afternoon, flied out to Kevin Burford as well. Shennewerk's pitch a little low, ball 1. Shennewerk finds it with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shennewerk kicks, delivers, strike 2. I'm going to say he didn't call that a strike. I better go clean my glasses. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, bottom of the third inning, 3-0 Lancers. The pitch from Shennewerk, line drive to the third baseman, Brian Jones. They get out of it. We go to the top of the 4th. Nobody left on 2 hits. The Lancers scored 3 runs. The score after 3 remains Bishop Amat 3, the Fountain Valley Barons 0. And as the shadows start to make their way across home plate here in the top of the 4th, Chris Vasillo, the senior right fielder, steps to the plate. Chris is 0 for 1. Ground ball to the second baseman earlier in the first inning. Valenzuela's first pitch outside, ball 1. Well, if last year's game is any indication, it's going to take a lot more than 3 runs to win this one as Valenzuela misses again outside, ball 2. Last year, Fountain Valley beat Amat 14-7 at Anaheim Stadium. Vasillo showing bunt. They're going to call it a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Valenzuela, since giving up the 2 hits in the second inning, has gone on to retire the last 4 batters he has faced. Counting out of Vasillo, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kicks, delivers. Chopper foul. Coach comes up with that one. Count remains 2-2. Chris Vasillo, one of the leading hitters in the Sunset League this year, swings and misses, strike 3. Count that as number 4 for Valenzuela as Facillo strikes out the lead off the 4th inning. That'll bring up Kevin Burford. Kevin's seen a lot of action out in center field this afternoon. Struck out his only time at bat so far today. He's 0 for 1.
Gentlemen.
Sorry. Valenzuela inside a little bit to Burford. Burford. Oh. Nice cut. But Alcaraz able to croon it in, make the play to first, score that to 4-3. 2 outs here at the top of the 4th inning. Roger Peachels, the catcher, number 17. Fine play earlier in the game when he made a nice throw to catch Eric Corral, the designated hitter, trying to steal second. Peachels 0 for 1 on the campaign. Valenzuela kicks. Peachels pops it up behind the plate. There's a play, and that'll be 3. So Peachels pops up to end the top of the 4th. To Casey Flanagan, his counterpart for the Lancers. We go to bottom of the 4. It's the Lancers 3, the Barons 0. All right, here we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Joe Herka steps up to the plate for the Lancers. Shennewerk looking to work out of it, collect that win this afternoon. Look for number 16. First pitch strike. Shennewerk struggled a little bit, but he hasn't thrown that many pitches, and he looks like he's found himself in between innings. He gets the first 2 strikes, and he's ahead of Joe Herka for the first time this afternoon. Shennewerk kicks, delivers. Oh, little outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fountain Valley looking to repeat as champions for the 3rd time here in Division I as Shennewerk misses outside for ball 2. Tough road for them on the way here to the championship game. On the way here, they had a tough schedule to follow. Not only did they beat St. John Bosco, Arcadia, and Crespi, but they beat nationally ranked Maitre D as Steve Shennewerk records his 2nd strikeout of the afternoon. Give him 98 on the year, 2 away from 100.
Designated hitter, Eric Corral.
Fountain Valley beat Maitre D, the nationally ranked team, 4-2 to come back and try for the 3-peat. Shennewerk kicks, delivers, fouled away, strike 1. Eric Corral, 1 for 1 in the afternoon, but was once again caught stealing, as Jane's Addiction says, on his way to second base by Peachels. Shennewerk with a big kick. A comebacker right to the mound over to Crosby. Score that one 1-3. And we got 2 away at the bottom of the 4th inning. Steve Shennewerk, since giving up the base on balls, the bunt, and the triple to Alcaraz, has now retired 5 batters in a row and has struck out 2 of the last 5. As Casey Flanagan, the catcher, number 36, steps to the plate for the Lancers. Shennewerk kicks, delivers, outside, ball 1. And there's a strike. Coach Ron LaRufa's team entered the playoffs unseeded, as well as Bishop Amat. They've made it back to face each other again as Shennewerk misses wide outside for ball 2. The Barons trying to do what no team has done in 38 years. Do the three-peat for the CIF Southern Section Championship. And they got plenty of time and a great chance. As Shennework gets strike 2 on Flanagan. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away at the bottom of the 4th inning. Ball in the dirt. 3 balls, 2 strike. The count is full to Eric Corral.
Go, Steve! Come on, Steve!
A great job by the pitchers this afternoon. Shennework so far has scattered 5 hits over 3 innings. And give him his second strikeout of the inning, the 3rd of the game, as Steve Shennework has calmed down and has now retired 6 batters in a row. We go to the top of the 5th. It's the Lancers 3, the Barons 0. And as we enter the 5th inning here at Blair Field, Chad Gonzalez, the left fielder, steps to the plate for the Barons. He's 1 for 1 this afternoon. He had a base hit in the 2nd inning. Valenzuela misses outside, ball 1. It's a little notice. Valenzuela for the Lancers is wearing the same number as former Dodger and current Padre Fernando Valenzuela, number 34. Difference, maybe about 20 years in age. About 100 pounds in weight, and one's a right-hander and the other one's a left-hander. Valenzuela kicks, delivers. Outside. Valenzuela now 3 balls and no strikes to Chad Gonzalez. Here comes a fastball. Let's see if Coach LaRufa has given him the green light. He misses away, and Gonzalez gets a walk. The first leadoff runner for the afternoon for Fountain Valley, as Gonzalez makes his way to first base. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Ryan Clark. He had a base hit earlier as well in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 1. Valenzuela throw back to Wood at first base. Not even close. Valenzuela kicks, delivers. Chopped foul by Clark. 1 ball, 1 strike. Check that, 1 strike. Last year, Fountain Valley was expected to be here, expected to win. They had all the pressure. This year, nobody gave them a chance, but here they are in the 5th inning. Valenzuela's pitch called a strike. No balls, 2 strikes to the designated hitter, Clark. One thing you can never overlook and underestimate is desire, and if one team has it, you got to give the edge to Fountain Valley. Gonzalez with a nice lead. As Valenzuela misses outside of Clark, the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's see if Coach LaRufa has him running here. Gonzalez with the lead. Foul ball. Clark with a nice piece of hitting, just missed. That has sent Gonzalez to 3rd, maybe home. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Come on! You want a pitcher, not a belly answer!
As Ryan Clark anchors in, Valenzuela. Throw back to first. Valenzuela seems to have pretty good command on his pitches this afternoon, but doesn't seem to have much of a move to the bag. Gonzalez inching out there, getting a little more of a lead. Fakes a run. There's a chopper past the 3rd baseman. Wyrick comes up with it, slips on the grass. Can't make the play as Clark collects his 2nd hit of the afternoon. And all of a sudden, the tying run is coming to the plate in the name of first baseman, number 12, Tim Crosby. We got nobody out. Hold on, folks. We got a ball game. First baseman Tim Crosby bounced to the third baseman in the second inning. His only time at bat shows bunt. Gonzalez better get back. He's safe. The throw from Flanagan. Crosby showed the bunt and missed for strike one. Valenzuela checks the runner at second base. Keeping him honest. No balls, one strike to Crosby. Runners are going. Oh, he overthrows. Valenzuela overthrows first base on the sacrifice bunt, and Crosby. One run is in. Here comes Ryan Clark. Crosby's going to automatically get to go to third on the overthrow. And hang on, we got a one-run game. It's now the Barons 2, the Lancers 3 with a tying run at third base. Well, check that. They're going to send Tim Crosby back to second. And we got nobody down. Crosby giving 2 RBIs. As the Barons crowd is going crazy, getting behind the Fountain Valley Barons. They're one run back. Tying run at second. Winning run at the plate. With the name of the shortstop, Robert Alvarez. Robert Alvarez steps up to the plate after the delay. Coach LaRufa wondering why his runner was not able to go to second base. Check that. The score is 3-1. They didn't allow the other run to score as either. Alvarez, short pop up to the center fielder, is not going to be a tag. And a great job by the Lancers center fielder, Abel Montanez, catching that one and getting the ball in a hurry. The runner's unable to advance. So that's the first out in the top of the fifth. Ryan Clark at third base, Tim Crosby at second. Valenzuela on the mound, stepping up to bat for the Barons. The third baseman. And Coach LaRufa making a batting change here. DeVries will bat for Jones. And DeVries with a base hit in the center field. One run will score. Here comes the tying run. We got a new ball game as Tim DeVries delivers a one out. 2 RBI base hit in the center field, and we're tied at 3. Paul DeVries. A great ball game here at Blair Field. You wouldn't expect anything less out of a couple of teams who respectively won their divisional crowns. Didn't get any respect coming in. Valenzuela. Pitch goes in the dirt. Starting to look a little shaken up. He was all control to the fourth inning. And the Barons have now started to get to him. We got one away. DeVries at second base. Matt Fox shows bunt. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Valenzuela kicks, delivers. Strike 2. Check that. Ball 2. Looked like he caught part of the corner. Umpire says no. Vasillo warms up on deck for the Barons. And Matt Fox completely fooled on the curveball. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, if I can find my calculator, I'll figure it out here. Fox steps in. Go ahead run at second base. Valenzuela kicks. Fox fouls it off down the third base side. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Valenzuela checking to rise. Paul, I hope I'm getting your name right. If I'm not, I apologize to you. Great piece of hitting. There's Valenzuela's offering in the dirt. Count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Coach Martinez showing great confidence in Valenzuela. Nobody warming up in the bullpen. Well, that might change as ball 4 goes in the dirt and Matt Fox makes his way down to first base. Only 1 out still here in the 5th inning. As number 26, the right fielder Chris Facillo steps up to the plate. Chris bats from the left side. Valenzuela checks the runners, kicks, delivers. Strike 1. Valenzuela now doing what he did so well earlier in the game, getting ahead of the batters. Chris Facillo 0 for 2. Struck out his last time at bat. DeVries at second. Fox at first. 1 away. As Valenzuela serves in strike 2 to Facillo. Kevin Burford is on deck for the Barons. And in the hole is number 17, Roger Peachels. Coach LaRufa, earlier in the game, wasn't at third base. And there's a bouncing ball past the diving second baseman. 1 run will score. On the third goes Fox. And the Barons have taken a 4-3 lead here in the 5th inning. And all of a sudden, the Barons are looking like they're ready to pop this thing open. As Chris Facillo, one of the top hitters in the Sunset League, collects an RBI to get him ahead. Facillo also voted first team All-Sunset League. Hit .412 on the year. Fox at third, and the squeeze. Fox coming home, and he get him. Coach LaRufa had the squeeze plays on. Valenzuela made a nice job coming off the mound to get. He doesn't seem to like the call, but missed the bag, and he got him. Matt Fox is out at home on the attempted squeeze play by Kevin Burford. Burford will go to first. Facillo down to second. There's 2 away now in the top of the 5th inning. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Barons. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Lancers. Through the top of the 5. And the throw back to second. Gets away from Wyrick. The runners will advance. Runners now at second and third. Roger Peachel's at the plate. Peachel's the 9th batter in the inning for the Barons. As Coach Martinez has somebody throwing now in the bullpen for Amat. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. The pitch by Valenzuela. Ground ball to the third baseman. Score that 5-3, and they get out of it. But not before the damage is done. The Barons score 4 runs. They collect 3 hits, a walk and an error to take the lead 4-3 after the top of 5 innings. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, Dennis Wyrick steps to the plate for the Lancers against the starter Chenoweth. First offering is a strike here in the bottom of the 5th. Chenoweth pitch right across the plate. Wyrick unable to handle it, goes no balls, 2 strikes. Chenoweth doing a great job getting ahead of the hitters here in the latter innings. Just misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Wyrick. Other than Wyrick and a home plate umpire, they're the only 2 guys that thought that was a ball, as the crowd for the Barons thought it was strike 3. And Wyrick battles to get a base hit up the middle. On to first base, the tying run is at first. Peachel's also on that play, showing why he's one of the better catchers on his way to the University of Southern California, as he ran all the way down to first base to back up any possible throw over there. Heady ball player. As Wyrick gets a base hit here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Chenoweth checks the runner. Kicks, delivers, and the bunt. And a nice one. No play at second, and he's safe at first base. Joey Getherall came out of the box flying. Chenoweth thought he had time, couldn't make the play. By the time the ball got there, Getherall was on his way to McDonald's for a hamburger. And all of a sudden, the Lancers come bouncing back. They got runners at first and second, nobody out. So far for both teams this afternoon, the bunt has seemed to really come into play on an overthrow earlier by Valenzuela for the Lancers. And Getherall beating out the offering to first by Chenoweth. Up sends Bobby Alcaraz. Bobby's got 2 RBIs on the afternoon. He had a triple earlier. Chenoweth's throw back to second as Wyrick gets tangled up with the shortstop. Makes his way to third as the ball goes past Matt Fox into right field. And Joey Getherall moves up to second. All of a sudden, the Lancers have the leading run at second base with nobody out, the tying run at third. And Coach LaRufa is making his way to his mound and talk to his ball players. As Bobby Alcaraz steps back in to face Chenoweth. Steve in a tough position right here. It's tough for any pitcher. You got the winning run, potential winning run, and the tying run at third base with nobody out. But if you're going to have a guy throwing the ball for you, you'd like to have it to be Steve Chenoweth. 15-2 on the year. He's got 99 strikeouts so far. 3 in the game. Kicks, delivers. Alcaraz had a RBI triple earlier. There's going to be no play. It's Chad Gonzalez catches the ball and gets the ball very quickly into the third baseman. Now playing third base for the Barons, Roger Peachels, who entered the game for Paul DeVries, who came in with a pitch hit, 2 RBI, a single in the top of the 5th for Brian Jones. We got one away. Runners at second and third, bottom of the 5th. Shannon swings, liver. Oh, the ball goes off of Matt Fox's glove. 1 run, the tying run is in. We got a 4-4 game as Abel Montanez collects his second hit of the afternoon, an RBI single. They may call that an error on the senior Fox. Yep, it is. It scored an error. Second error of the game for the Barons. 1 out, runners at first and third. Toughest thing for a young ball player to do after a mistake and a team's coming back on you is to really focus back in. Here in the 5th inning, the go-ahead run at third base. Looks like we're going to have a runner for Montanez. Montanez will be replaced. Now let's check the lineup sheet and see if we can find out who that is. Andy Wormani. No, check that. Eve Arredondo will come in a run for Montanez. Four, bottom of the 5th inning. 4 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors for the Barons. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Lancers. One out. Runners at the corners. Shenneworth swings, delivers. Ground ball to third base. And he overthrows. Peachels overthrows Matt Fox. And the go-ahead run comes in. The Lancers now lead 5-4. Give the error to Peachels. The senior Shenneworth showing great poise, telling his guys to stay focused. He knows he's throwing the ball well. And they have got the bats to come back and get back into this thing. Don't go anywhere. Standing room only crowd here. Blair Field in Long Beach, California. Sunny skies. The shadows now moving across home plate. Makes the ball a little bit tougher for the batters to see. Give the advantage to the pitcher. Runners at first and second. Still 1 down. Shenneworth. Strike 1. Jesus Medrano. Check that. Steve Wood at the plate. Shenneworth's pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wood. Strike 2 to Wood. Wood's 0 for 2 today. Popped up to Burford in the first. Line drive to Brian Jones at third base in the second. Big, tall, strong first baseman for the Lancers. Keyed in. Shenneworth checks the runners. Kicks, delivers. Ball up high. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. The Lancers have come back to take a 5-4 lead. And a bad throw. pulls Crosby off the bag. And what should have been a routine 5-3 now has the bases loaded with a 1 out. Joe Herka steps to the plate, the left-handing third baseman for the Lancers. Bases loaded, 1 out. Coach LaRufa's got a couple of arms going in the bullpen for the Barons. Cox back there catching in the bullpen. We'll check the pitchers warming up for you here in a moment. Shenneworks delivers. Strike 1. The Lancers crowd doesn't like that at all. Shennework checks the runners. And a fly ball to the left fielder. Looks like it might drop in. It does. Here comes 1 run. That's all they're going to get. As Joe Herka gets his first hit of the afternoon, an RBI single. And the Lancers have taken a 2-run lead, 6-4. Great ball game here today in Long Beach. And looks like Coach LaRufa is making his way to the mound. That's going to be it for Steve Shennework, the senior. He can still factor in the decision. He can't win the ball game. We're going to take a pause in the action as the new pitcher makes his way into the ball game. All right, and a great ovation for the Steezern veteran, the senior Steve Shennework. A little disappointed, but a heck of a job by the senior. Finished the year at 15 wins and 2 losses. As Nielsen makes his way to the mound, as Coach LaRufa singled for the right-hander. Number 16, Nielsen. Cameron Nielsen, a 6'2", 175-pounder, throws from the right side. He's only a junior. He'll have a chance to come back and play again for a championship. But he's got his mind set right here to shut down the Lancers. We'll see what happens. As we continue here in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Lancers are showing a never-say-die attitude. They've come back to take a 2-run lead. They've chased senior Steve Shennework to the bench. As junior Nielsen comes in, throws a strike to number 33, the designated hitter, Eric Corral. Eric's 1 for 2. He got caught stealing earlier in the game. Nielsen kicks, delivers in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike to Corral. Bases loaded, 1 away. The beginning of the year, I don't think either of the coaches thought they'd have a chance to see each other again. But deep down, Coach Martinez of Bishop La Puente Amat knew he wanted to get back and would have loved to have a chance at these here Barons. He's got it. His team is up by 2. Nielsen delivers outside, ball 2. Three balls, 1 strike to Corral. Strike 2. Nielsen can't afford to make a mistake. He's got no place to put him. Corral helped him out a little bit with that one, fouls it away. The count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. Cameron Nielsen kicks, delivers. Strike 3. Doesn't have to throw with the base covered. Nielsen comes in and gets the first man with a strikeout. The designated hitter, Eric Corral. That'll be 2 away. That'll bring up the catcher, number 36, Casey Flanagan. Flanagan 0 for 2. Ground ball to the shortstop in the second inning and struck out in the fourth.
Catcher, Casey Flanagan.
Nielsen kicks, delivers. Ball in the dirt. The Lancers got a Herka at first base. Steve Wood at second. Jesus Medrano at third. Flanagan. Big, strong catcher batting in the number 7 position. Takes ball 2. And there's a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike to Casey Flanagan. Outfield playing pretty much straight away. Infield shaded a little towards right. Nielsen's offering in the dirt. And all of a sudden, he's down 3 balls, 1 strike with no place to put Flanagan. Lancers up by 2. Flanagan, ground ball to the shortstop. He'll take it by himself. Put it in the books. Flanagan score that one unassisted. 6. And here come the Barons to the plate. But not before the Lancers do is what they did. They put 9 men in the box. They come up with the lead after 5. It's the Lancers 6 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. The Barons 4 runs, 5 hits on 4 errors. We'll see you in the top of the 6th. As we get ready to start the 6th inning, it'll be started off by Chad Gonzalez, Ryan Clark, and Tim Crosby, the scheduled hitters for the Barons. And Gonzalez takes Valenzuela's first pitch deep to left field. It could be. Bounces at the 387 mark. Gonzalez on his way to second with a stand-up double. And the Barons aren't wasting any time trying to get back into this one. Chad Gonzalez, second hit of the day. He's reached base every time he's been up. Had a base hit in the second inning, a double here in the 6th, and walked in the 5th. These have been the spark plugs for the Barons, Gonzalez and Ryan Clark. Clark's also been on base twice. He's 2 for 2. See if he can keep his string alive. Valenzuela's offering for a strike on the outside corner to Clark. Looked like Coach Martinez may be bringing in somebody else for Valenzuela, but it looks like he convinced the coach that he could stay and throw. Let's see. And he calls it a strike 2. Ryan Clark now down, no balls, 2 strikes. He was down the count last time. He was up 1 ball and 2 strikes, was able to fight off and get himself a base hit. The tying run is at the plate. Clark fouls it away. The count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Well, if you're going to have a designated hitter, you want him to come in for your pitcher and swing the bat and swing it well, and Clark has done that so far this afternoon for the Barons. He's now the DH, and he's batting for Cameron Nielsen, who replaced Steve Shennewerk in the bottom of the 5th. No balls, 2 strikes. Valenzuela's pitch high and fouled off by Clark. In between innings, Coach LaRufa gathered his team and told the guys there's nothing to hang your heads about. A couple of mistakes were still in the ball game. stay focused. We'll come out of here a champion. He misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ryan Clark. Crosby on deck. Scheduled batter after that is Robert Alvarez. Checks the runner. Valenzuela kicks delivered. Ryan Clark, his 3rd hit of the afternoon, will score. Clark's on his way to second. Here's the throw, not in time. Back-to-back doubles by the Fountain Valley Barons, and they come back into this game. It's now a 1-run game, 6-5, as Ryan Clark goes 3 for 3 so far in the afternoon. Collects his first RBI. And now the tying run's at second. The go-ahead run comes to the plate in the form of first baseman Tim Crosby. Coach Martinez talking to Valenzuela. He doesn't have anybody in the bullpen. Don't see anybody making their way out there either. This Barons crowd is fired up, as well as the Lancer crowd. Standing room only. As we continue, Tim Crosby, number 12, the first baseman, wants a little bit of time. Doesn't like the stare from Valenzuela, wants him to think about it a little bit. A great piece of hitting by Ryan Clark as he doubles down the left field line to bring the game within 1. Valenzuela brings the heater and misses. No balls, 1 strikes. Valenzuela checks the runner. Pitch low inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And the shadow now is completely over home plate, giving the advantage to the pitchers. And as you can hear in the background, the Barons players are yelling bullpen. Crosby shows bunt, pulls back. Count goes 3 balls, no strikes. Valenzuela checks, kicks, delivers. Strike 2. Paul Mangini making his way to the bullpen from the Lancers, warming up once again. Three balls, 1 strike to the first baseman, Tim Crosby. Crosby with a fly ball. Not enough to advance the runner. It's a little pop fly to Abel Montanez in center field for the first out here in the top of the 6th. Now batting for Robert Alvarez, number 3, Wes Parmerlo. Wes is a senior outfielder, stands 5'9", 155, bats from the right side of the plate. And Coach LaRufa is going to send in a runner to run for Ryan Clark. Looks like number 11, Chad Gonzalez, the junior. And Ryan Clark gets a nice ovation from the crowd. He's 3 for 3 this afternoon. As we continue here in the 6th inning, Wes Parmalu. Parmalu steps into bat for Robert Alvarez. The runner at second and one out. Valenzuela spins. Looked pretty close to a balk according to the Barons fans. Not close at all in actuality, but fans will be fans. Looks at the first pitch, strike one. DeVries warming up in the on-deck circle. Came out as a pitch hitter for Jones earlier. And the pitch hitters continue to show favor for Coach LaRufa. And a nice base hit for Wes Parmalu. Moves Ryan Clark over to third. And Paul DeVries, he had a base hit and 2 RBIs his last time up. He's 1 for 1 this afternoon. Parmalu at first. Clark at third. 1 out, top of the 6th. Mangini is warm, making his way in from the bullpen. If Coach Martinez for the Lancers needs him. Valenzuela continues to throw strikes. Count goes no balls, 1 strike to number 25, DeVries. Pumps to third, looks back to first. Not a bad move, but after Little League, that one doesn't seem to work too often. Valenzuela's pitch, chopped. No play at second. The tying run scores in the name of Ryan Clark. Parmalu goes to second base, and we're going to call interference on Wyrick. Dennis Wyrick called for interference on Parmalu. They're going to send him to third. And DeVries comes in and makes the job pay off for Coach LaRufa. He's now 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. And we got a tie ball game. Didn't look like it was anything that was intentional. Just kind of happened as the runners got tangled up, and Parmalu was trying to get around Wyrick as he was going for the ball. And as you can see, the Barons fans on their feet as Matt Fox steps into the plate. Matt's 1 for 3 on the afternoon, collected a base hit in the 5th inning. Ball on the dirt by Valenzuela. DeVries at first, Parmalu at third. 1 down, top of the 6th inning. Go-ahead run in the name of Wes Parmalu at third base. Valenzuela, when he's ahead of the batters, has got him where he wants him. When he falls behind, it's tough. And a chopping bouncer, it's going to go foul. Valenzuela didn't have a play and did the right thing. Let the ball see if it goes foul. Great job mentally by Valenzuela. A lot of young guys will reach for that and try to make a play. I don't know what the fans seem to be upset about, but yeah, they're upset with the coach of the Lancers. But as a coach, if you're not chewing on the umpires, you're not doing your job. Matt Fox readies back in. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners at the corners. Valenzuela pitch outside. Runs the count to 3-1 to the senior Matt Fox. Matt is one of the top hitters and RBI leaders on the season in the Sunset League. He's looking to add another one to his total right here. Matt anchors in. He's got a wide stance. Good-looking hitter. Valenzuela's ball is in the dirt. That'll be ball 4, and I think that'll be all for Valenzuela. Eric Valenzuela was in control through 4, but the Lancer has lost it here a little bit in the last couple of innings. A great job by that young man. I'm sure his fans, as they are, giving him a standing ovation. A heck of a job by Valenzuela. He walks Fox, though, to load the bases. Outstanding pitching job by Eric Valenzuela. Pitched 6 innings, collected 4 strikeouts, gave up 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned. As Mangini makes his way to the mound, the hard-throwing right-hander. We'll take a pause in the action. The game tied at 6, bases loaded. As we get back underway in the 6th inning, Chris Fusillo, the senior right fielder, steps in to face the sophomore, number 35, Mangini, for the Lancers. Fox at first. Go-ahead run at third base. Bases loaded. And a tough spot for a young pitcher. Well, if Coach Martinez didn't think he could do it, he wouldn't be in there, showing great confidence in the young right-hander. Bases loaded, 1 out. No balls, 1 strike to Fusillo. Ball's low, ball 2. And another ball low. Mangini's struggling now. Bases loaded, 3 balls and no strikes. 1 down. Let's see if Coach LaRufa is going to give the senior Fusillo the green light here at 3-0. Mangini's got nowhere to put him. Should see the fastball. There it is. Right at the knees. Strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. The score is tied. Go-ahead run at third base. No place to put Fusillo. He's got to come back with a fastball. There it is. Strike 2 at the knees. Works the count full. I'll see if Fusillo sits on the fastball. Chances are the young sophomore is going to come hard one more time. Full count. Go ahead run at third. Bases are juiced. Mangini kicks, delivers. Fouled away by Fusillo. Wes Pomeroy at third. DeVries at second. Matt Fox at first base. And the senior Fusillo at the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mangini, runners are moving. And Fusillo strikes out on the attempted squeeze. Missed the ball. And Mangini, the sophomore, breathes a sigh of relief on the mound out there. Knows he got a big one in the name of Fusillo. That'll be 2 away. That'll bring up the hard-hitting cleanup hitter, number 24, Kevin Burford. Kevin, an all-league selection, one of the hardest-hitting ball players you'll see around here. He's looking for something to hit right here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Kevin Burford tied for the county lead with not 8, not 9, not 10, but 11 home runs on the year. Number 12 would be huge right here. Kevin was voted first team All-County by the Orange County Register and the LA Times, and is expected to be drafted early on June 4 in the draft, just 3 days away. And you know, the scouts are here looking today. Some great ball players, not only for the Barons, but for the Lancers as well. Burford looks at the curveball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mangini in a tough spot to a tough hitter, but he's got the advantage at 2-1. To Burford. Should be a good pitch to hit right here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Mangini kicks, delivers. Burford with a line shot, base hit into left field. 1 run will score. They'll hold him up at third. And Kevin Burford, the senior All-County ball player, has just given the Barons a 7-6 lead. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up the USC-bound Peachles. Peachles 0 for 3 on the day. He'd like to break out of it right here with bases loaded. Mangini, short step delivery in the dirt, ball 1. One of the biggest mistakes young pitchers make is not getting a very good kick, not getting a very good push off, and Mangini showed that right there with a very low ball in the dirt. Almost got away from Flanagan. Kicks, delivers. Peachles fouls it away down the third base side. 1-1. Roger Peachles could just break this thing wide open right here with a base hit. But one thing these two teams have showed in their meeting last year and so far here today is that they can score runs.
Roger!
Kick delivered by Mangini. And a line drive down the right field line. Looks like extra bases for Peachles. 2 runs will score. And Peachles, the senior catcher, with a 2 RBI double down the right field line. Has now put the Barons up 9-6. Great piece of 2-out hitting by Peachles. And the crowd. But I think anybody in the stadium, especially the coaches, know that it is not over until the bottom of the 7th. Mangini misses with his offering to Gonzalez. Gonzalez was the leadoff hitter in this top of the 6th. He doubled his first time up this inning. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. Pick up 2 more. Ground ball to Wyrick over to first, and that'll get him out of the inning, but not before the damage is done. The Barons score 5 runs in the top of the 6th. After falling behind by 2, they now lead by 3. After the top of 6, the Barons have 9 runs on 10 hits and 4 errors. The Lancers, 6 runs, 6 hits on 3 errors. They're due up here in the bottom of the 3rd and the 6th. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, shortstop Dennis Wyrick will step to the plate. Dennis is 1 for 2 in the afternoon with a walk in the third inning. And Nielsen throws a strike to start off the sixth inning. Nielsen's second offering in the dirt. Wyrick is the batter. The next scheduled two batters are Joey Gatherall and Bobby Alcaraz. Wyrick looks at a ball outside. It'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. The amazing thing about Dennis Wyrick, as you look at him, you might think that he's a junior or a senior. Folks, that young man is a freshman. A lot of ball ahead of him. Nielsen, 3 balls, 1 strike to the freshman. Right on a corner, strike 2. A beautiful afternoon for baseball has turned into a very pleasant evening. In the bottom of the 6th, the Barons up by 3. Nielsen pitch outside, and the freshman shows discipline. Gets a second walk of the afternoon. That could show good news for the Lancers, because every time Wyrick's been on base, he has scored here today. That brings up Joey Gatherall, the right fielder. He's bunted both times he's been up this afternoon. An error by Shennewerk allowed him to be safe on the fielder's choice earlier. Nielsen throw to first, not in time to get Wyrick. All right, Dennis Wyrick at first base. Joey Gatherall, while we were away, flied out to left field for the first out in the bottom of the 6th. Bobby Alcaraz, he's 1 for 3, but he had a big 2 RBI triple in the third inning to give the Lancers an early lead. Nielsen misses. Ball 1. Nielsen's offering misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Bobby Alcaraz, the second baseman, carrying a small but mighty bat today. Wyrick, the freshman, at first. Crosby holding him on. Nielsen checks, delivers. And Alcaraz with a line drive deep to right field, over the head of Facillo. Wyrick on his way to third. Alcaraz looks like he's at his second triple of the game. Wyrick will score. And a stand-up triple for Bobby Alcaraz, his second of the afternoon, his third RBI of the day. Don't go away. It's a 9-7 ball game. The great thing about high school sports and young men, when they put their mind to it and they keep fighting and they keep chipping, you never know what's going to happen. Let's see if they can keep, the Lancers can keep the momentum, or Nielsen is able to shut them down. We got 1 out, bottom of the 6th. The tying run is at the plate in the name of Abel Montanez, the center fielder. Abel's 2 for 3 today. He struck out in the third inning, scored after he got a base hit in the 5th. And the amazing thing about Alcaraz is the first time he got a triple, it went into left field. This time he went with the pitch and took it right down the right field line over the head of Facillo. And for a little guy, he can scoot. Tough game to be a coach. But if you got to give an edge in coaching, I think I might have to tip my hat a little bit to Coach LaRufa. Over 400 career wins. As Montanez fouls it deep over the blue wall in right field. About 15 feet to the left, and that one would have been a home run. 1 ball, 1 strikes. Tie and run at the plate. Bottom of the 6th inning. Nielsen kicks, delivers, fouled off. Strike 2. Well, now Nielsen in control. No balls and 2 strikes. Let's see if he can make Montanez chase one. Big mistake young pitchers make is 0-2. They really try to challenge a guy and a lot of times put it right in the heart, and they get drilled. Nielsen checks Alcaraz, kicks, delivers, struck him out. Oh, he got a piece of it. Check that. Still 2 strikes. This is the CIF Arco AM/PM Division I CIF Championship game. The Barons lead the Lancers 9-7. Bottom of the 6th. Nielsen on the mound. Kicks, delivers. Fouled off again by Montanez. Last year, these 2 teams combined to score 21 runs, with the Barons winning 14-7 at Anaheim Stadium. This year we've got 16 on the board here at Blair Field at Long Beach State. Nielsen, the junior pitcher, on the mound, checks the runner, kicks, delivers. Strike 3 on the corner. Abel Montanez goes down looking. He battled well, but not well enough as Nielsen collects a strikeout. Montanez goes down and strikes for the 2nd time on the afternoon. That'll be 2 away. That'll bring up Jesus Medrano for the Lancers, the left fielder, batting in the number 3 spot. Jesus 0 for 3 on the day, but did reach on an error in the 5th inning. An error that was committed by Paul DeVries at 3rd base for the Barons. Nielsen, the changeup misses outside, ball 1. Both coaches doing a tremendous job of keeping their teams fired up in the game, poised and concentrated. I don't think you'll find a player sitting down right now. The stadium is full. It's at capacity. There's folks sitting on the benches in the, what you call the snack bar area down the 3rd baseline. That's full, as well as down the 1st baseline. That's full as well. Nielsen, the big right-hander, number 16, kicks, delivers. Ball outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Cameron Nielsen in a tough spot, 3-0. Medrano, the number 3 hitter, they're down by 2. Let's see if Coach Martinez has given him the green light at 3-0. Ball 4. Medrano gets on base for the 2nd time this afternoon. He goes to first. They got runners at the corner and the potential go-ahead run at the plate in the name of number 25, the first baseman, Steve Wood. Peaches checks with Coach LaRufa. LaRufa giving a signal to the outfielders. It's big Steve Wood, the cleanup hitter, is up to the plate. The left fielder, Chad Gonzalez, moves back a little bit for the Barons. You got Gonzalez in left, Burford in right, and the senior Facillo in right field. Burford is in center field. Nielsen's first offering is in the dirt. The runners don't advance. Ball 1. Alcaraz at 3rd after the RBI triple. Medrano at 1st after drawing the walk. We got 2 down. Bottom of the 6th inning. The hard-hitting Steve Wood brings the aluminum to the plate. Oh, they got him in a rundown. Checking the runners. Good job by Matt Fox, just running back to first base. 2 down. Great job by Peaches. Got the ball down, they're running back. However, with 2 outs and the go-ahead run at the plate, you might have wanted a run down there. Go ahead and try to get that 3rd out. Coach LaRufa signals in the catcher. Peachels sends some signs to the outfielders. Nielsen pitch swung on and missed. As the level of the sun begins to set a little more in the west, making it a little tough for the left fielders. Swung on, foul back, strike 2. Wood had a big cut at the fastball. Unable to catch up to it, however. That'll leave him the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Steve Wood. The junior Nielsen showing a lot of poise, challenging the big right-hander with a fastball. Nielsen checks the runner. The runner's on his way to second. Peachos throws, nobody. Oh, wait, check it. That was strike 3. Confused me. Nielsen gets a strikeout. The runner was on his way to second. Peachos' throw goes in the outfield, but it doesn't matter. We go to the top of the 7th inning. The Barons 9, the Lancers 7. As we go to the top of the 7th, the Barons, their final at bat. They hope, if it proves to be the case, they will three-peat and become the first 3-time champions since 1958. Ryan Clark, the designated hitter, having a big day today. He's 3 for 3, scored twice, has an RBI. He takes the first pitch from Mangini, though, for a strike. Counts no balls, 1 strike. Looks like Coach Martinez is going to go with the young sophomore to finish the game, as the Barons send Gonzalez to the bullpen to warm up in case Nielsen needs some help. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Mangini kicks, delivers. And there's an offering to right field by Clark, but not deep enough. He'll go down for the first time today, to the thankfulness of the Lancer fans, and a fly ball to right field. That'll be the first out in the 7th. That'll bring up number 12, Tim Crosby. We have a substitution for Crosby. Number 1, the sophomore, Jason Morris. And so far today for Coach LaRufa, every time he's put somebody in a pinch hitting mode, they've come through for a base hit. Let's see if the sophomore can keep it alive. Here's a Jason Morris, the sophomore, steps in against the sophomore Mangini. 1 out, top of the 7th. Morris swinging first pitch, strike 1. Ball outside by Mangini. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mangini. Pitch swung on and missed by Morris. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down, top of the 7th. Jason Morris looks at the pitch from Mangini. Swings and misses. The ball goes in the dirt. Got to make the throw to first. They get him. 2 away. Now comes back in as Alvarez, re-entered for Parmalu, who came through with a big base hit in the 6th inning to help the Barons accumulate that 9-7 lead. Alvarez, the shortstop. 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Takes first pitch, strike 1. On deck for the Barons, Alvarez is able to reach base as Jones, and it looks like he will when he gets a bouncing signal into center field. Alvarez collects his first hit of the afternoon. The Barons have got a base runner with 2 down in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Brian Jones. Jones is 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Excuse me, he is 0 for 2. DeVries, who entered the game for him earlier, is 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Jones looks at first pitch for a ball 1. Coach LaRufa went for some punch earlier, and now he's getting the defense back in and settled in. Throw back to first, not in time. Alvarez in safely. And a nice bunt by Jones. Down to first. They don't have the first baseman, didn't cover. I don't know what happened. But for some reason, the second baseman wasn't able to get there. Was Wood charged the play. Mangini came up with it with nobody to throw to. And a nice job of hustling down the line for Brian Jones. We'll give him the infield single. Barons now got him at first and second with 2 down. That'll bring up the senior. And what could be his final at-bat in a Barons uniform, Matt Fox. Matt's 1 for 3 on the day with a walk and a strikeout, base hit in the 5th inning. Looks at the first pitch up high, ball 1. Mangini checks aside. Runners aren't being held. Runner at second in the name of Robert Alvarez, the shortstop. At first base, Jones. Everybody's on the run. Double steal. And they get him at third base for out number 3. Coach LaRufa tries a double steal, or Matt Fox missed his sign, one of the two. But they come up throwing, no runs on a couple of hits here in the 7th. We go to bottom of 7. It's the Fountain Valley Barons 9, Bishop Amat Lancers 7. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, the Lancers' hopes rest in the bats of Joe Herka, Eric Carell, and Casey Flanagan, the scheduled batters here in the bottom of the 7th. Herka, the transfer from Riverside, is 1 for 3. Bring it up. And Nielsen quickly falls behind, 2 balls and no strikes to Herka. Nielsen comes in with a strike, 2 balls, 1 strike to Joe Herka. Joe Herka 1 for 3 with an RBI this afternoon, and Herka with a line drive, base hit, looks like extra bases down the right field line. He's on his way to second. They're going to hold him with a double. Herka with a leadoff stand-up double in the bottom of the 7th inning. That'll bring the tying run to the plate in the name of Eric Carell, the designated hitter. He's 1 for 3 today. Struck out in the 5th inning. Got a base hit in the 2nd, but was caught stealing. And Coach Martinez is going to bring in a runner for Herka. It's like number 12. Be running for Herka after the double. Gabriel Marici. Now standing at second base. A heck of a ball game. CIF Southern Section Division I Championship. Fountain Valley Barons are looking for their 3rd title in a row. It hasn't been done since 1958, and only one other team has done it. Third baseman standing on the grass. Nielsen kicks, delivers, ball 1. Ball 1 to Eric Corral. Bishop Amat down by 2. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. Nielsen's offering is in the dirt. It'll go 0-2. Two balls and no strikes to the designated hitter, Eric Corral. Should see a fastball right here. Marachi getting a good lead off a second. Nielsen checks the runner. Kicks, delivers. Strike on the outside corner. Great day for a ball game and a great standing room only crowd here at Blair Field in Long Beach. As Eric Corral drops his hands and hits a little pop-up to the senior Facillo in right field. Eric Corral got fooled on the pitch by Nielsen. Cameron gets him to pop up for the first out, and the Barons are 2 outs away from their 3rd consecutive CIF title. Casey Flanagan steps in against Nielsen. Flanagan takes the first offering deep in the left field corner. Fair ball. It's going to bounce off the 348 mark. He'll go into second with a double. And never say die. Bishop Amat is now within 1. 9-8. Flanagan with a big hit. One down. Tying run at second base. And the winning run potentially coming to the plate in the name of the freshman Dennis Wyrick. Wyrick is 1 for 1. He's walked twice and scored 3 times. Coach Martinez brings in a runner for Flanagan. Looks like it'll be number 4. Andrew Woolsey, the senior outfielder, making his first appearance here in the CIF final game. 1 out, 1-run game, bottom of the 7th. Nielsen chases him back. Nielsen checks the runner, kicks, delivers. Strike one. Wyrick not even close on the fastball from Nielsen. What a great ball game put on by these fine young gentlemen from Bishop Lamont and Fountain Valley High School here this afternoon. Nielsen checks, kicks, delivers. Strike two on the outside part of the plate. Wyrick has worked himself into a hole. Nielsen, no balls and 2 strikes. Let's see if we can get Wyrick to chase something off the plate. Woolsey getting a lead at second. Nielsen looks him back. No balls, 2 strikes. Wyrick at the plate. Nielsen checks the runner, kicks, deliver. Foul ball. Wyrick had the right idea, just missed by inches down the first base side. As first base umpire Dwayne Finley says, sorry fella, you missed it. Count stays, no balls, 2 strikes. Wyrick, fine looking ball player. For a freshman, he's got a big career ahead of him if he can stay healthy. Nielsen right now wants his career right here. 2 strikes. Junior checks the runner, kicks, delivers. Line drive by Wyrick into right field. Facillo cuts it off. That's going to bring the tying run home. We got a new ball game. 9-9 as a freshman Wyrick hits a 2-strike base hit in the right field to tie the game 9-9. He is now the winning run at first base with 1 out. Scheduled batter is Joey Getherall, the right fielder. No balls and 2 strikes, and he fought Nielsen to find one to hit. Just missed in the last offering down the right field line, and a little behind this time. He gets right on it, puts it in the right field. Coach LaRufa is going to get a meeting with his ball players at the mound. Looks like we could have a double switch as Areola is making his way to left field, number 7. Huh? Gonzalez coming in. Looks like the left fielder Gonzalez is going to come in to relieve Nielsen. A heck of a job by that young man in relief of Steve Shenowert. The junior Nielsen, number 16. He'll be back next year. But right now, the Barons are putting their hopes in the arm of the left fielder Gonzalez. Chad Gonzalez. 2 for 2 today at the plate with a walk, a run scored. But right now, he just as soon trade that all in to get out the Lancers here in the bottom of the 7th. Joey Getherall steps in to face the junior Gonzalez, the left fielder now pitching. Getherall showing bunt with 1 down. Wyrick with some speed at first base. Well, the Barons are going to win their 3rd consecutive championship. They're going to have to do it in the 8th inning or later. Right now, they need 2 outs to assure themselves another chance at the plate. Gonzalez kicks, delivers. The bunt. Plays at first. That'll be 2 away, but Getherall moves the winning run down to second. A base hit could win the ball game.
Ceremony Bobby Alcaraz.
There we go. That'll bring up Bobby Alcaraz. Bobby today is 2 for 4 with 2 triples, 3 RBIs. He tripled in the 3rd and the 6th inning. And Coach LaRufa is not giving him a chance to get a 3rd one. He walks him down to first base. They're going to go after Montanez. 2 for 4 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Two outs, runners at first and second. The junior Gonzalez at the mound. Abel Montanez, number 44, the center fielder, locks in at the plate. And the Bishop Amat fans are getting to their feet. Ball up high from Gonzalez. Gonzalez's shot is hit way back. Way back. It could be off the wall. Bishop Amat is going to come in. There it is, Wyrick with the winning run. And the Bishop Amat Lancers have come back to take the CIF Division I crown 10-9. Fountain Valley falls just short of their 3rd consecutive CIF championship, and a heck of a year for the Barons. Tough way to lose a ball game, but they never quit. They kept on coming, and they got nothing to hang their heads about. Coach LaRufa and his staff did a fine job with those young men, but Coach Martinez gets the big win as Bishop Amat La Puente gets their first CIF championship here today at Blair Field, and a final score of 10-9. The scoreboard reads this: the Barons 9 runs, 12 hits on 4 errors. The Lancers 10 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors. And that'll wrap it up right here. We'll be back with some post-game interviews in just a moment. Standing here with Dennis Wyrick from the Bishop Amat Lancers, the CIF Division I champs. Dennis, heck of a ball game today. A little tough spell early. You got to have the area. They caused you running in the ball player, but you came there with a big hit in the 7th. How's it feel?
It feels great. I know it's the first Division I championship for the school, so being a part of that's it's just great. There's no other feeling in the world. I don't think I don't know how
hard
to
to top.
Yeah.
Huh? Now, Dennis, you're only a freshman. You got 3 years. You guys got a pretty good ball club coming back next year. You're looking for number 2?
Yeah, we always have a good team. So there's no doubt in my mind we could be right back here next year, or we could just fall apart. But I think we'll be right back here.
You faced a tough team today in Fountain Valley, pretty good ball club over. They beat you guys last year. I know you weren't part of the team, but what does it mean to you and mean to the team to come back and beat Fountain Valley after they put a butt kicking on you last time around?
A lot of revenge. It feels great because they beat us last year, so it feels even better to beat the person who beat you. So it feels great.
All right, well, Dennis, heck of a ball game. Congratulations to you. Go home and enjoy your championship.
Yeah.
Take care.
Lock in your eyes. Come on.
Here with Bobby Alcaraz, getting some interview points from the coach in the background. Bobby, last year you were on the field and you guys took a beating from Fountain Valley 14-7. This year you come back as a senior. You have a couple of triples in the ball game. They walk you in the 7th to face Abel. What'd you think about that?
I don't know. I was surprised they're gonna walk me because I guess I did really good, but I knew Abel could do it. I knew he could do it all along. Me and him, we were here last year and we know how it felt. And I told the team, I said, I go in the 7, we came in, we're just down by 2, and I said, we're not gonna lose. I go, we're not gonna lose. I don't care what. We're not gonna lose. And Abel, what can I say? He just came in the clutch.
Came through with a clutch hit. Yeah. Now, like I said, you were here last year and you guys lost 14-7. How does this feel to cap off your senior year with the CIF championship?
Well, it's great. I tell you, in the beginning, we were just striving for that CIF. CIF. We had a couple losses in the beginning, but I think that helped our team a lot. And
think you guys grew from that?
Yeah, we grew a lot, and You know, we were down in this game, but I told the team, I said, you know, you can't let go. You know, this is it. Especially for me and the seniors. I told the seniors, you got to give it all you got, and we did. And they came up with a win.
Did. Hey, there's a saying, you leave it on the field, and you guys did that. Congratulations, young man. Good game.
All right.
Here with one of the Lancers coach Escalera. And Coach, last year you guys fell victim to the Fountain Valley 14-7. This year nobody expected you to be back. You made it back. You came back with a big win in the 7th inning. What does it mean to your team, and what does it mean to your staff and your school as well?
I think it's a huge victory for us as a baseball program in itself. We've been waiting for this for years. You know, in the last 5 years, our head coach, Glenn Martinez, won his 200th game this year, and we knew we had a good core of kids, but we've built the program from the bottom, and everybody thinks of our school as a football school. And you know, we won it in football this year, and it was a great accomplishment. I coach football, and so does our other two coaches, Glenn Martinez and Tom Salter. But this means the most to everybody. You know, winning the baseball. It's so tough in baseball to win this thing. You know,
Coach, you got the plaque there.
This is it right here.
Beautiful.
I've been coaching for 14 years, and this is what I've been waiting for. This is the sweetest day of my life. You know, other than having my son and being married, boy, this is the sweetest day I've had.
That's great.
It's a beautiful day, and I think, you know, it just the test to the kids, their toughness and their mental toughness inside. And we talked to them about it, and we said, you know, the kids that didn't want it as a revenge, anything kind of as a revenge to come back and beat them. They just said it was another obstacle in their way of winning it. They didn't care who they were going to play. They were focused and ready to go for it, you know, and they played their butts off today, and I'm proud of them. You know, we battled, you know, against a quality team like Fountain Valley, who was going for their 3rd in a row. You know, and then last year we battled with them until the 7th inning. We had a bad inning, and they scored 7 runs against, but we were right there with them, and we earned a lot of respect last year, I think, and we had some kids return from last year's squad. And those kids have been here, you know, through the trenches when they had to, and they came through when we had to big time, you know. Bobby Alcarez had a huge day.
Huge.
You know, a kid like him, he was a football kid, and he gave up football just for this reason right now, and it's the most sweetest moment in his life today, I'm sure.
That's great.
You know, and then a kid like Abel Montanez, you know, he comes up with a big hit like that.
He struck out twice earlier in the ball game.
You know, he's the type of kid that when the game's on the line, he's a guy I want up there because he's come through for us. He made big plays for us last year when we played them in the championship game, and he was a big factor for us in football last year, and then this year he was a huge factor for us. And this is his 4th championship going to a game, and he gets to go out, you know, he's getting a scholarship to Columbia because he's a great student. And, you know, it's just paid off for him. You know, he's such a hard worker, and all the kids are hard workers. And all the hard work pays off winning this right here.
Yes. Coach, congratulations to you.
Thank you
Go home, enjoy it.
Oh, I will.
And we'll see you next year.
Thank you.
Here with Cameron Nielsen. Cameron came on late in the ball game for Steve Shennewick. Cameron, a couple of strikeouts. Great job out there.
Thanks.
You guys fell a little short. How do you feel about it, and what do you feel about next year?
We did a good job. Next year we'll come back as hard as ever, and hopefully we do the job again. Hopefully we get back here.
A couple of big strikeouts for you. Are those the first big strikeouts for you in a game such as this?
Yeah, pretty big.
Have you ever been in a championship type game before? Or?
Just against Mater Dei.
Was Mater Dei last week?
Yeah.
Great. Well, hey, great job to you. Congratulations. Good luck to you next year and a good season.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Here with Coach Ron LaRufa with the Fountain Valley Barons. And Coach, last year you guys made it. You made it the year before and won. You came back this year. Nobody expected you to do it. Great heart by your kids. How do you compare this team with the teams in the past, and what do you look for in the future?
Well, you know, at the beginning of the year, we probably didn't compare. Nobody thought we compared, but these guys really improved over the years, and they show that they belong up there. They broke a lot of school records, great character, and continued to improve throughout the year. We're 3-2 in the first week of our season, and turned that around and won. You know, ended up 24-7. You couldn't be any prouder than these guys if they had won it. You know, they're first-class kids, and they really carried on the tradition of Fountain Valley baseball.
Good baseball program, Coach. And as you talk about some of the things today, Steve Shennewick did a pretty good job for you. Nielsen came in and did a great job for you, I thought, in relief. What do you look for out of a kid like Nielsen next year and your starters coming back?
Well, we've got, you know, great group to work with next year. We're going to be young. We're going to lose the backbone of our club, our seniors, Matt Fox and Roger Peachols and Chris Vasillo and Shinny and Kevin Burford. The guys that really got the job done for us this year. But we've got an outstanding nucleus coming up, and hopefully we'll be right back here next year.
Well, Coach, look forward to seeing you. As we say goodbye from Blair Field here in Long Beach, California, for George Langevin Productions, I'm Mike Aiken. Our final score here for the CIF Division I game, the Lancers 10, the Barons 9.